What's up, everybody? It's Colin with colin.colinthepersonaltrainer.com. I have a 45-minute to 30-minute workout for you today. The rest periods and all the sets, reps, and tempos and the exercise name are going to be in the description with timestamps. This workout's going to take you between 30 and 45 minutes. It's just going to depend on how quick you do your reps and, more importantly, how long you rest in between sets and exercises. We're going to be doing supersets for each exercise of this workout. A superset is doing one exercise to another exercise back to back with no rest. Example would be doing pull-ups and then immediately going into push-ups, taking my rest period and repeating that process. This is the assisted pull-up machine. If you cannot do 5 normal reps with your body weight, I'm going to recommend that you use this machine. It's going to act as a counterweight, so it's going to make your body lighter while doing a pull-up. If you do not have this machine at your gym, or you're at home, or at a park, or out of town, use a band, put that band around the pull-up bar, and then put that band under your foot, and it's going to make your body weight lighter. Here we have body weight push-ups for 12 reps for 4 sets, supersetted after the pull-up. Again, you're going to do the pull-up first, and then you're going to come to do push-ups. If you cannot do push-ups on your feet, go to your knees. Notice how my elbows are tucked inward. They're not flaring outwards, they're tucked inward like we're doing a dumbbell bench press and also a barbell bench press. If your form is bad and your elbows are flaring outwards excessively, putting a lot of stress on your shoulders, that's not going to be good for over time, for longevity purposes of your joint capsule. So I'm going to recommend that you do a static hold at the very least, and if not, work on strengthening your triceps and your chest more so you can do a proper push-up. Okay, and now we have the back extension. This is one of my favorite lower lumbar back exercises. It is like a crunch, just like you're doing an ab crunch. This is like a crunch for your lower back. It's great at strengthening it, so for the overhead press and the deadlifts, and even into the bench press, we have a strong, secure, stable lower back, not to mention it's more defined and it helps keep fat off your love handles. You're going to notice the tempo while doing this. Almost always, whether you get on this on this back extension, or some of them are completely vertical, you always generally want to do tempos. You do not want to be blown through the exercise. You want to take your time, do the tempos, and get the time under tension in the weakest positions during this exercise, because that is what's going to stabilize and strengthen your lower back. And here I grabbed a plate to add some extra weight because it was pretty easy for me with just my body weight. It's a 25-pound plate. I'll go as high as 95 extra pounds with 2 45s and a 5 on it. Occasionally I'll go even higher and put a bar on my back, but start with the basics and slowly move up in weight. Okay, here we got TRX push-ups. This is similar to doing a push-up on a ring or a gymnastics ring. If this is difficult for you, we're going to do a static hold in the very bottom part of the movement. The more you walk back and the more vertical your body is, the harder it's going to be on your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and even into your biceps. And just keep on drilling this movement. If this is too difficult for you doing it with movement, you can even start working with dumbbells. Dumbbells is going to help your stabilization a lot more. Then you can slowly graduate to doing harder variations of this either on the TRX or gymnastic rings. Here we have the TRX Row. The more upright you are, the easier it's going to be. The more vertical you are, the harder it's going to be. What I recommend, if you cannot do full range of motion reps, for the rep scheme in the description, do a static hold where you're holding the row where your hands are close to your chest. And here we have the cable bicep rope curl. This is one of my favorite exercises for my forearms and my bicep. I like to do it as a warm-up, and I do it at the end as a finisher isolation movement. A key part of this exercise is to control the weight on the way down. Make sure you're controlling it while the bicep is stretching. You can pop it up for about 1 second tempo on the way up, but make sure you do at least a 2 to 3 to 4 count on the way down. That's going to help you tear more muscle tissue and really get a nice good blood flow pump into your bicep. And here we have the rope tricep extension. Again, one of my favorite tricep exercises. Same exact principle applies, such as the rope bicep curl. On the lengthening phase, aka the eccentric phase, of this, the stretching phase of the tricep, we want to control the weight going down and then explode through it. That's going to help build more strength and tear more muscle fiber, which is going to result in you getting more progress in the gym on a faster timeline. And here we have the final exercise, the final two exercises. A shoulder press, supersetted with a bicep dumbbell curl. There's a lot of different variations of the shoulder press, and there's a lot of different variations of the bicep curl. I'm going to be showing you a few today in this video. Feel free to pick your favorite one and stick with it, or what you can do is switch up different variations per different sets. I also recommend doing that. This principle applies with most, or if not all, exercises in bodybuilding principles. Not so much strength, somewhat in strength, but it's a little bit different principles. For bodybuilding at least, you're going to want to find the range of motion where it's the hardest. In other words, where there's the most tension on the muscle. And we're going to do partial reps, or we're really going to focus on the exercise where it's difficult in that range of motion, because that is what's going to get more time under tension and the highest peak tension in range of motion working X muscle group. That is what's going to help you grow and get results quicker.